You know, it's funny. Sometimes to understand something really, really big, you have to start by looking at something incredibly small. And in this explainer, we're going to do just that. We're going to take one simple word you use every day and use it to unlock this fascinating and honestly super powerful idea about language itself. And this is it. This is our key, the word touch. It's so common, right? We barely even think about it. But I promise you, by the end of this, you'll see how this one little word tells an amazing story, a story about the very foundation of how we communicate and how we might just build a clearer way to talk to everyone. All right, let's dive in. We're going to start with touch in its most common form, as an action word, a verb. We all think we know what it means, but let's look a little closer at the official definitions. You might be surprised at the details. Okay, so here's the one we all know. It's physical. It's all about feeling something with your hand. The example from our source is perfect. Don't touch the oven. It's simple, it's direct, and we all get it instantly. No confusion there. But now, check out this second definition. It's way more precise, almost scientific. It's not about the feeling of touch, it's about the physics of it, the complete absence of space between two things. It's a subtle shift, but a really fascinating one, isn't it? But this is where our little word touch gets even cooler. See? It's not just an action. It can also be a thing, a concept. The same four letters can put on a completely different hat and act as a noun. This is where you really start to see how flexible language can be. I mean, this is just so incredibly efficient. The same word can be both the act of touching something and the idea of a touch itself. It's doing double duty. So let's break down what that actually means when it's being a noun. So when touch is a noun, it's not just one thing. It's actually got three pretty distinct meanings, at least according to our source. Let's unpack them. So first, you've got the physical act itself, like a gentle touch on the shoulder. Then there's the actual sense of touch, one of our five senses. And then it gets abstract. It can mean a small amount of something, like a touch of salt in your food, or even a touch of sadness. Wow, that's a huge journey for one word, from something so concrete to something you can't even see. Okay, so we've established that touch is a super common and really flexible word, but hidden away in the research for this was a single sentence, a clue that changes everything and reveals why this word is way more important than we think. There's a secret here we need to uncover. So what is it? What makes touch so special? What elevates it from just another word in the dictionary to a key that unlocks a much, much bigger idea? Well, the answer is right here. And there it is. Touch is on the Basic English 850 list. This sentence is the game changer. This is the moment we go from looking at a simple word to a pretty revolutionary idea about language itself and how to make it work for everyone on the entire planet. So it all comes down to this number, 850. What in the world is this list, and why does it matter so much that our word touch made the cut? Let's pull back the curtain and see how this one number unlocks a whole system. A system designed to make the English language simpler and more accessible for everybody, everywhere. Basic English is this really amazing concept. It's a controlled language created way back in the 1930s by a linguist named C.K. Ogden. And he had this idea, what if you could say almost anything you needed to say with a core vocabulary of just 850 words? And touch made that list because it was seen as a fundamental building block of communication. Now, the point of Basic English was never to dumb down the language or get rid of all its beautiful, complex words. Nope. The goal was to create a powerful, universal tool for clear communication. And the way it works is just really simple and logical. It's actually a beautiful system. You take these 850 core words, you use just a handful of simple grammar rules, and boom! You can build clear, understandable sentences that can be understood by people all over the world, no matter what their first language is. That's a pretty powerful idea. So let's bring this all back home. We started with one word, touch, and we ended up at this global communication system. But what's the big takeaway here? I mean, why should we care about this? It matters because it's this powerful reminder that clear communication isn't about using big, fancy words. It's about using the right words. Each one of those 850 words on the Basic English list is like a superword, a powerful Lego brick you can use to build complex ideas in a simple, elegant way. And that brings us to a final, really fascinating question to think about.
We've just spent all this time seeing how much power is packed into a single word, touch. So just imagine, what can you build with 850 of these foundational words? How much of our complicated world can we explain, explore, and understand using a simple, clear, and universal language? It's a pretty big thought to leave you with.